So today we're going to talk about earth shifts. Now we talk about them a lot in our write-ups and our free events and lots of other spaces. So now we're going to talk about them a bit more in depth, but it will still be an overview. Earth shifts have a purpose. Every single earth shift has a purpose. The earth shifts, right, are shifts in energetic vibration and frequency that come into the matrix and the earth grid and affect the galactic grid as well as the frequencies and vibrations that run through the earth and through every human being on this planet. Their purpose is to awaken the human beings, to evolve humanity, and to lift out and enable people to release all that no longer serves this higher purpose. Each shift that comes into being has a specific purpose. In 2014, for example, there was a huge shift. It occurred in both October and December. It was 2 parts. These shifts in vibration occurred first on the galactic grid, and then will feed down into the soul lineages and people's spiritual entourage in preparation for them to actually receive this information on a physical 3D level. The information was fed into the earth grid, into the earth matrix, and into the frequencies and vibrations that run through the earth and through every human being. The purpose behind it was to align soul lineages. Now, soul lineages are really important because each soul, when it's birthed, connects to a soul lineage. It becomes a conduit for all their soul family members. When you talk about soulmates or soul sister, it will be a member that belongs to a lineage that is connected to you. And through these lineages comes downloads, energetic downloads, that help you navigate your life. Now, we're not talking about a genealogical lineage here. We are talking about your spiritual and energetic lineage. Now, these lineages also contain all your soul family members. So they give you a sense of home when you are properly connected to them. They give you your perception of the world. So what the shift in 2014 actually did was, in some families it unified them, and in others it caused a disintegration of the family bonds. And this also occurred in relationships such as friendships and intimate partnerships and other kind of relationships on earth. So what actually happens is that all of a sudden there's no commonality. If your soul lineages are different and there is no affiliated alliances to a soul lineage that you have, then you will see a change in perception and worldview and find that there's no commonality with a person that you may have once previously associated with. With those that actually share soul lineages, particularly in families, it makes them more unified and it sort of solidifies those connections. In 2016, although there was a shift in 2015, we won't actually go into that today. 2016, January 13th, another shift, major shift came into being that's affecting everyone on the planet. And that is that light workers' role has changed. Whereas historically, how evolution worked on this planet, the light workers would hold the energy so that others were able to move forward in their lives. And this often meant that light workers felt like they were stuck or they were heavily burdened, and maybe they didn't understand exactly why that was going on, but this is the way that it worked. Now, with this shift in 2016, things have shifted dramatically. Light workers are no longer responsible for others. Each person is now responsible for their own journey, for the energies they hold in their makeup, for their ability to move forward. The responsibility now of light workers is to go within and know and feel what is right for them, to follow the flow of energy for them and to fulfill their path and their life mission. So in doing so, they actually forge an energetic path way for others to follow and move on. So they're still supporting them, but not in a way that is detrimental to them. So when a light worker actually now follows the flow of energy towards their life mission on this planet at this time, they actually, as soon as they overcome any challenges or anything like that, that information is getting fed into the grid of the earth and is being picked up by everybody all over the world. Whoever is ready to move forward on their own journey will pick up that energy, and that will help them to move forward in life as well. So another thing that came in with this shift, that it had a few purposes. One is that it has also affected the karmic field. Now we will talk about that later, but it's actually quite a big move in the karmic field. So now we have the January shift is finished, and so now we're moving into September. There is going to be another shift in the vibration of the earth. This one is actually going to raise the vibration of the earth, which is again going to put pressure on everyone on this planet. And near the end of this year, there is going to be another major shift, and this one is going to affect the healers on the planet. That's going to affect all healers on the planet, where now they are going to be responsible for the energies that they put out. So there's two things that I recommend. One is that healers now have to start paying attention to energetic hygiene. They need to learn to make sure the energy is clear, that their spaces in which they treat are clear, and that they clear the energies afterwards they've treated a client. This is very important, and there'll be more on this energetic hygiene later at a later date. The second thing is that many healers think that their work is what comes through from their gift, but that's only an aspect of their work. The rest of their work is to evolve themselves, to go within and to work on their own evolutionary processes, to actually recognize the great soul that they are and understand that their soul has traversed many incarnations. And so there's probably many energies still sitting in there, that in their energy makeup, that are becoming active, that need to be healed and let go of. That could be affecting not only them, but also their clients. So this is a huge chunk of work for them, and very necessary with this shift that's coming in at the end of this year. Another shift that is coming in that we'll give you a heads up on for 2017 and the first few months is the shift that will actually affect every government in the world, and it will affect every institution in the world. This is designed to put pressure on them so that they evolve and become more aligned with the higher vibrations of the earth. So this is going to be a bit like, I think, roadworks. So there will be some deconstruction before reconstruction. These shifts actually, once they've come into the earth, it is the light workers that pick them up first before the mass consciousness picks them up. So it can take time for a shift to actually start impacting on the mass consciousness. It doesn't mean to say that it's not working away, it's just going to take a little bit of time before you start seeing the effects. Some of the things that go on in the world today, the more negative things, it's important that when you see them, that you don't get into negativity about them, that you take a wider view and just see it, that this is the manifestation, the roadworks, if you like, of what is happening due to energetic shifts and vibration in the earth. It is a clearing out. It is an opportunity for humanity to evolve. So don't be disheartened when you see so much that you feel is wrong in the world, because it's just a prelude to what is going to be right in the world.